Sahajanand Swami Maharajni Jai. Vachnamrat number 37. This is a Vachnamrat in which God gives us clear guidelines of having three attributes. Inculcating them, we will become such souls that God falls in love with us. Who, as a seeker, doesn't want God's love? These are attributes that please God. They are Atmagyan, Bhakti, and Nishchay. Let's look at Nishchay first. All of us claim that we believe in God. He is provoking us to check our Nishchay, our belief, and does it match with what he is about to say? ભગવાન વિના બીજો કોઈ જગતનો કરતા હરતા છે જ નહીં. Everything that is happening in this universe is being done by God or under God's guidance and instructions. He is the master of this kingdom of earth. ભગવાન વિના સૂકું પાંદડું પણ ફરવાને સમર્થ નથી. Not even a dry leaf moves without his permission. એવી દૃઢ પ્રતીતિ હોય તે જેવો તેવો હોય તો પણ અમને ગમે. If this belief is unshakable, that everything is being done by God, and how do we test this? Do we ever feel anxious or worried? Do we ever feel that whatever is happening, I may or may not be able to handle it? Do we sometimes feel weak? Do we sometimes feel that life is not fair? If these are thoughts, they are proofs that we don't believe that God is the master of this universe. Because if we truly believe God is the master, and if we truly believe that God is intelligent, then we will trust every move that He is making in our lives. Another sign of believing that God is the master is, do we believe or do we obey every single thing that our master says, or do we do what we feel like doing? If we truly believe He is the master, we will do exactly what He says, because we know He owns the universe. We know that He owns us. We know that He is guiding us through these scriptures, through the Vachnamrit, through the Sikshapatri. He is telling us how He wants us to live. If we don't live how He wants us to live, how will we ever please Him? And how will He fall in love with us? આ પ્રગટ ભગવાન પૃથ્વી ઉપર વિરાજે છે, અને જે ભગવાનના ભક્ત ભગવાનની સમીપે રહે છે, તેવા ને તેવા આત્યંતિક પ્રલય થાય ત્યારે પણ રહે છે. એ સદા સાકાર છે. The only thing that permanently will stay when life ends on earth is God and God's seekers. We are all striving to be a part of that eternity. We all were always belonging there. We still belong there. We have just forgotten it. The second attribute that he says is Atmagyan. જ્યારે પોતાને આત્મા રૂપે માનીએ ત્યારે તે આત્માની જન્મભૂમિ કઈ, તે આત્માનું સગું કોણ, તે આત્માની જાત પણ કઈ. અને જો શક પણ લેવું જ હોય તો સર્વે 84 લાખ જાતના દેહ ધર્યા છે, તે સર્વેનો શક પણ સરખું જાણવું, ને તે સગાનું કલ્યાણ પણ ઈચ્છવું, તો સર્વેનું ઈચ્છવું. અને આ મનુષ્ય દેહમાં આવ્યા ત્યારે 84 લાખ જાતના જે મા બાપ તે અજ્ઞાને કરીને વિસર્યા છે, તેમ આ મનુષ્ય શરીરના જે મા બાપ છે તેને જ્ઞાને કરીને વિસારી દેવા. Like he said, we have forgotten that we are the spirit and we claim to be spiritual. First we need to remember that I am a soul who is temporarily taken this body as a human birth, it is a role play for a few years, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 at max. I'm playing this role for this finite period. If I believe in this concept, then whatever highs and low happen to me, I will understand they are happening in this role play and they are not actually happening to me. He's asking us that, do you remember the parents of the last 84 lakh births that you took? And that makes me ask myself, do I truly believe in the concept of rebirth? If not, then I've still not got my fundamentals right. It's right to have an inquisitive mind, a questioning mind, a mind that does not accept things without truly believing in them, without truly being convinced with those concepts. But then we need to read more. Then we need to put more effort in knowing those. But if I believe in the concept of rebirth, do I remember any of my 84 lakh birth spouses or children or parents or friends or losses or gains? Nothing stays with me the moment the birth ends. Like that, nothing is going to remain with me in this birth. Then why am I worried? Why am I anxious? See, God is not asking us to abandon everything, to leave everything and run away. He's not prohibiting us from caring. He's prohibiting us from worrying. He wants us to care and love our family, our loved ones, our friends. But if that has power to disturb us, to distract us from the spiritual path, then that's not right. We must all remember that we have all come alone. We are all going to go alone. It is our individual journey. In this journey, we need to know the harsh realities and facts of life. There are going to be obstacles. There are going to be troubles. But what does he say for seekers? The one who has such drad nishchay, he assures that એને માથે કાળ કર્મ ને માયા તેનો કોઈ હુકુમ જ નથી. એને દંડ દેવો હોય તો ભગવાન પોતે દે, બીજા કોઈનો એને માથે હુકમ નથી. The one who truly believes in God, who truly behaves like a spirit, and who truly loves God is beyond the laws of karmas, beyond the laws of Kal, and beyond this illusionary world. His life, his obstacles are now God's decisions and are only planted for his evolvement, her evolvement, for them to learn the right lessons, to get closer to God, to get more God likable, to get more God pleasable, to get more God lovable. And that takes us to the third attribute, that if we want God's love in return, then we must love God enough. અમારી સેવા કરતો હોય ને તેના હૃદયમાં જો પરમેશ્વરની ભક્તિ જ ન હોય તો તે ઉપર હેત કરીએ તોય પણ ન થાય. નારદજી જેવો ગુણવાન હોય તોય પણ જો ભક્તિ ન કરતો હોય તો તે અમને ન ગમે. Even if we are religious and we are doing too many religious acts, but if they are not coming from the space of love and if they are coming from the space of fear, he says, how much ever you do, it's not reaching me because it's not out of love. And if it is out of love, if we truly love God, if we truly believe we are the Spirit, if we truly have unshakable faith on God, if the Atma Gyan Bhakti and Nishtha or Nishchay is in place, then he says, તેના પગની રજને તો અમે પણ માથે અડાવીએ. He says, I will take the dust from the feet of such a seeker and I will put it on my head. I will bow down to such a seeker. I love such a seeker. તેને દુખાવતા તકા તો મનમાં બીએ છે. I feel afraid to ever cause any difficulty or obstacle to such a seeker who's completely become mine. Which means that even if he plants obstacles, He will be with us to overcome those obstacles. તેના દર્શનને પણ ઈચ્છે છે. We want to do darshan of God, but God says, if you are a seeker like this with these attributes, I am urging to do your darshan. And the other way around, if this kind of nishtha is not in place, નિષ્ઠા વિનાના જે જીવ છે તે પોતાના સાધનને બળે કરીને પોતાનું કલ્યાણ ઈચ્છે છે, પણ પરમેશ્વરના પ્રતાપે કરીને પોતાનું કલ્યાણ ઈચ્છતા નથી. એવા જે જડમતીવાળા પુરુષ છે તે તો જેમ નાવ વિના પોતાના બાહુબળે કરીને સમુદ્ર તરવાને ઈચ્છે તેવા મૂર્ખ છે. What does ignorant make seekers do? They feel that their effort, their sadhan, their purusharth alone will be good enough to win God's love. Only sadhan, only purusharth. They feel they are constantly believing in God within. They feel they are doing what they need to do to please God, and that is enough. But they are not listening to God's guidance, what He's trying to tell us, and they're doing exactly what they feel like doing. If that ego is making us believe only in our ways of salvation and not believe in God's grace and God's ways of salvation, it is like me believing that I will swim the ocean on my own without a ship. I will use these 2 hands and 2 legs to swim an ocean. અને જે એવા ભગવાનના પ્રતાપે કરીને પોતાનું કલ્યાણ ઈચ્છે તે તો જેમ નાવમાં બેસીને સમુદ્ર તરવાને ઈચ્છે એવા ડાયા છે. અને એવા જે ભગવાનના સ્વરૂપના જ્ઞાનવાળા છે તે દેહ મૂકીને ભગવાનના ધામમાં ચૈતન્યની જે મૂર્તિ થઈને ભગવાનના હજુરમાં હજુર રહે છે. The ones who abide by God, the ones who do as He says, without any resistance, without any reluctance, without any questioning, without any debate, argument, they become so one with God so easily as if they are sailing in a ship in the ocean. The journey becomes far more easy, far more rewarding, and whether they are alive or they are dead, they are constantly connected to God and living a liberated life. એવા યથાર્થ ભગવાનના ભક્ત છે તેનું દર્શન તો ભગવાનના દર્શનને તુલ્ય છે. Such evolved souls, spirits, saints, Satpurush, they become so vibrating, they become so divine that in their aura you feel the aura of God. Seeing them, you feel you have seen God. Hearing them, you feel you are hearing the truth. એના દર્શને કરીને તો અનંત પતિત જીવનો ઉદ્ધાર થાય છે, એવા એ મોટા થઈ જાય છે. If these 3 attributes grow in us, Atmagyan, Bhakti and Nishchay, then we become so powerful that even we can help initiate, liberate or catalyze the evolution of other souls. May we all gain these attributes and please God and gain God's love. Sahajanand Swami Maharaj.